What's his problem?
It's Sisyphus.
Oh, it's disgusting.
It's his punishment.
Duh. Don't they have antibiotics for that? Do you feel like you're being punished every time you fill up? You can ease some of the pain by improving your fuel economy with Star Tron enzyme fuel treatment. Engines require very small fuel drops to run. The smaller the drop, the better the oxygenation and better the combustion. Surface tension is a force that plays an important role in fuel drop size. A high surface tension liquid like water will hold together tightly and try to form a sphere, as seen on a drop on a smooth surface. Lowering the surface tension with a surfactant, dish soap here, weakens that force and allows the drop to break apart and flow easier. Gasoline has a low surface tension and won't form a high profile drop like water. In order to measure surface tension, you have to take a closer look. A good method for demonstrating small changes in surface tension is called a pendant drop test. As gravity pulls on the gas, just before it separates from the needle's tip, the higher the surface tension, the shorter and wider the drop. The lower the surface tension, the thinner and longer the drop. Also, the surface tension affects the angle of the drop where it contacts the needle. That's lower surface tension resulting in a larger, obtuse angle. There's a photo analytical research software program called ImageJ, which uses algorithms that measure the shape of a pendant drop to automatically calculate the surface tension. It can also calculate angles. Following the ImageJ test protocols, I set up a cell phone camera to capture the very last moment where the drop has full contact with a 20 gauge needle with a flat tip. The next frames are just 1/500th of a second later and shows that the drops have completely released. This assured I had a common starting place for drop formation with both fuel samples. Visually, it appeared that the Star Tron drop was very slightly thinner and longer than the plain gas drop. I also compared surface tension by measuring the curve and angles at the bottom of the fuel with a microscope. One measurement is needed to set the software scale. I used the diameter of the needle, 0.75 millimeters. Now, to get a sharply defined edge, the software first converts the image to a binary format. That's a fancy way of saying black and white. The algorithm then traces the outline of the drop and automatically calculates the surface tension. The plain gas surface tension was 25.6 millinewtons per meter. Following the same steps I used for the plain gas analysis, the Star Tron treated gas had a calculated surface tension of 21.27 millinewtons per meter. So using Star Tron in this gasoline, there was a difference of 18.47% in surface tension. Lower surface tension will result in smaller fuel drops. That gives you better combustion and better fuel economy. I wanted to take a closer look at the change in drop shape. I set up a needle to dispense drops of gas in front of a digital microscope at 100 times magnification. I plugged in the 0.75 millimeter diameter of the needle to set up the software again. With a microscope at high magnification, the field of view is only 3.65 millimeters, so only the very bottoms of the drops can be seen. Now you can see the steeper curve from the bottom of the drop treated with Star Tron. This is a clear indicator that Star Tron lowered the surface tension. Now, by adding lines from the bottom of the drops to the very last visible point in the microscope's field of view, the software can read the angles created by the drops precisely. 17.9 degrees and 20.1 degrees, respectively. While that isn't a direct surface tension measurement, the larger angle of the Star Tron is a clear indicator of lower surface tension. I've shown two different methods for identifying a reduction in surface tension with Star Tron as gas drains down the needle. Visual indicators demonstrating thinner and longer drops adds additional support for the surface tension measurements provided by the ImageJ software. Lower surface tension makes it easier to form small fuel drops, which means better atomization, oxygenation, and better combustion. That means better fuel economy and less pain at the pump for you. Please check out my other videos, including laboratory and real-world fuel economy tests. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.